Congratulations. We made it back for another episode live from the Living Room Podcast. I am JayRich. Got a guest on today. Her name is JMilan. We're going to get into her music, a little bit of her background story. Born and raised from Atlanta. She's providing a different aesthetic. And we're going to dig into a few different random topics I'm going to throw at her and see where it goes. So what I like to normally do is to start off with a crazy story. And being that you were born and raised from Waffle House, right?
Huh?
I'm sorry, not Waffle House. I'm saying born and raised in Atlanta. Waffle House is a staple for you. Mm. I like to talk about Waffle House stories because the craziest things seem to happen in Waffle House for me. Case in point, last week, I just saw a dude taking a shower in a parking lot at Waffle House.
I've never seen anything like that.
I was low-key impressed, but at the same time, you're taking a shower in the parking lot of Waffle House. And I'm looking like, bro, is he taking a shower? He is taking a shower. And the way he had it rigged up, he had like the water coolers, like you have at sports games and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So he had like four of those in the backseat of his truck. He popped the back of the trunk up. And then he had like a garden hose rigged to the top. And then he had like the water spout like just coming down and set like to a shower mode. And I'm like, that is low-key impressive. But you are still taking a shower in a parking lot of Waffle House. And I'm like, it's like looking at a lion in the zoo. Mm-hmm. You're like, dang, that's so majestic, but I'm a little scared. Because like you want to keep a safe distance, right, with crazy. And I had kind of said it to myself as I'm walking to the door to make my order. And I say, dang, he taking a shower? He really taking a shower? And then I became friends with strangers for like 2 minutes because you bond over situations like, yo, I saw what you saw. We became friends for the same thing. And then we just, it's mad packed. So it was like, you waiting for your order to come up and you got something to talk about.
Right.
And then on top of it, the dude was talking about the shampoo coming out of his head. Oh my man. He had shampoo. I'm serious. I could not make this up. I tried to get like a little sneak shot of it, but I ain't want to like run up on him because he was talking to himself as well.
Yeah, we gotta stay away from that.
Yeah, it's a little weird. So with all that being said, what's the craziest thing you've seen at a Waffle House?
So I'm not gonna lie. I love Waffle House. I definitely do. But I really...
I hear but.
Yeah, like, I really don't have any crazy Waffle House stories because...
You always make nigga go on a run?
Yeah, like, I'm not going to lie. I'm really a on-the-go type of person. Like, I'm always moving. I'm always, like, on the go. I really don't have time to sit and enjoy Waffle House like that.
She got rapper hands already.
I'm cracking up. No, but like I really don't have any crazy Waffle. I promise you, like, I'm like always in the car, always moving.
Is it just me? What about QT?
No crazy QT stories either.
You live in witness protection. You can laugh,
no,
bro. Yes.
I don't live in witness protection, but I'm not gonna lie. I did like go to high school in Peachtree City, so like there's no crazy stuff going on in Peachtree City. Like. Right. The craziest thing you're going to see in Peachtree City is everybody driving golf carts. Like, but that's about it.
Why are they driving golf carts?
Because there's like over 1,000 miles of golf cart paths. Like, they use that as like one of their main modes of transportation.
The more you know.
Yeah, like.
All right. So, being that you're born and raised in Atlanta, I'm going to ask you this. There are different types of Atlanta people, and we're going to talk about women first.
Okay.
So, women are like in different categories for different reasons. But we're not talking about the transplants that come down here and stuff like that. I want to talk about like real Atlanta women, right? Mm-hmm. Because that's what men always ask me about. So how would you classify Atlanta women and what makes them different?
Well, all my friends that are from Atlanta, they're hustlers, like ambitious, go-getters. I would boss, independent. I don't need a man for anything.
Why don't y'all need men? As you came with a man. You can laugh, bro. It's cool.
don't know. It's just like when they are talking about the type of women that they look for independent women that don't need men. So it's like,
I can co-sign that.
So
I like women that don't need me but wants me.
Right.
It's a big difference.
Yeah. So it's like, that's what y'all gravitate towards. And most women don't need men. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of them are being by themselves.
That's a lie. Women are unhappy as hell. Y'all always unhappy.
I wouldn't say that.
Y'all unhappy in relationships. Y'all unhappy single.
I wouldn't say that.
I would. I expect a woman. I wouldn't say that.
I mean, because I'm a woman, so I wouldn't say that.
Exactly. Let me establish the baseline right here of my of my trolling. All right. Do you believe in ugly women?
I feel like everyone's beautiful in their own way.
And that's exactly what I thought you would say. Now, when you start beefing with a girl, what's the first thing you start pointing out when women start beefing? Y'all start pointing out bad weave, bad eyebrows, edges, all the ugly characteristics.
True.
So now I'm going to rephrase the question. Do you believe they're ugly women?
No, I don't feel like that. There's somebody for everybody. So just because she's ugly
I
or...
didn't ask you if they could find mates. I said, do you believe in ugly?
No. Just because she's unappeasing to my eyes does not mean that she's unappeasing.
I like how you stand on the 10 toes down, support women. All right. Control question. Do you believe in ugly men?
No, I don't.
I think we got them.
You think so?
No, go ahead.
Nah, I don't think there's ugly men. I just feel like, once again, he's not pleasing to my eyes, because I have had some friends that have looked at my mate and been like, girl, that's not it.
Bro, you gonna sit there in silence and take that?
No, I'm cracking up. No, but it's just like, okay, is he for you or he for me? So, like, once again,
going to the street. I'm sorry. Reflex.
Once again, so yeah. I mean, it's beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
That's nice. That was very nice. Sound like something you would say in middle school. All right, so get into your music. The songs that I've heard, it gives me real like ghetto gospel, rod wave type of vibes. Is that just with the space that you're in right now, or is that something that you're gonna like? That's gonna be the basis of your career going forward?
So, honestly, I just started doing music in January of this year.
Newbie.
Yeah, I did get sick for a couple months, so I kind of took a little break. But I don't know. I've always had.
It is true, unique. Go ahead.
I've gone through a lot of stuff growing up, so I've always had a lot of pain that I suppressed. And when I got in the booth, like, it just was something that came naturally, honestly, to me. It wasn't something that I had to force or anything. Like, raw wave, like he talks about, he get rich off pain. Like, pain music, if you got it, like, people go through that every single day.
It's part of life.
Every single day. Like, that's something that everyone can relate to. Everybody can't relate to popping bottles in the club, and everybody can't relate to driving foreign cars, but everybody can relate to pain. And I'm not driving a foreign car right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I rap about what I know about, and I know how
authentic.
Yeah, I know how pain feel. Like, I know what these relationship pain, hurt feel like.
You said unhappy women? What? I'm a troll.
But it was a cause and effect type of thing. It wasn't always bad, you know what I'm saying? But, you know. Okay.
So next question. So the idea of like that type of content, is it healing for you, or is it something that just like you just want to relate to somebody else, or what's the process behind it?
Nah, it's actually very therapeutic. Like, I try to find positive coping mechanisms, and for me to be able to put my headphones in, like, I love music. I can listen to music all day, every day. If I'm sad, if I'm mad, if I'm anything, like, that's what makes me feel better.
Do your friends trust you with the aux cord?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. All my phrases are like, yeah, they pass me off score. No, most definitely. Like, but it's, if I can make a song and I feel good about it, regardless of if anybody else likes it, then I feel successful. If I felt like I got that hurt and that pain off my chest, then good. Now, if people vibe to it, in addition to that, it's a bonus. But at the end of the day, this is my therapy. This is my outlook,
Yeah.
my avenue.
One thing about that though, one thing that I've noticed that artists that make a very particular type of music, when they're not feeling that anymore, or they're not going through that particular storm, and they have to talk about something so personal, they have to perform it over and over again, and they have to essentially relive that moment. Do you ever think about that being problematic when you get on stage? Like, say you move past this hurt, or maybe you just don't want to be in that space mentally that day. Do you think that would be a challenge for you going forward?
Absolutely not. So my song "What's the Reason?" I have been dealing with that situation. It's about my stepfather. He's on the list for a heart transplant. He has cancer. So I've been dealing with I've been taking care of him since I was 10 years old. So I'm constantly dealing with that. Like, he had chemo today. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that I constantly deal with. And just to make that song, like, just to get it out and to send it to him and to hear him say, like, it helps him get through chemo, to get through all of this, every single week. Like, that motivates me. That pushes me to get his message out, to get my message out. Like, we all have troubles. We all have pain and storms. Like, everybody can relate to that. And I don't just make that type of music. Now, that's the type of music that I have released.
Right.
But I do have some upbeat songs. Like, I do have some club bangs. I do have songs like that where I just let loose in the booth, throw on a beat, and slide on the track. Like, but that's not my focus. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna keep making the same songs about stuff that I can't relate to. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Now, you're the youngest baby girl, middle child?
No, I'm the middle child. So,
but you got six brothers?
Yes. So my mom and my father, they got divorced when I was 2.
Okay.
And she married my stepfather when I was 3. And
they're still married to this day?
19 years strong.
Okay.
So my mom, she has 3 boys, and my dad has 3 boys.
Okay.
So there's my older brother, Jaquan, and then there's me, and then there's Jeremiah, and there's Jalen, and that's on my mom's side.
Oh, you got all the J's in the family.
Yeah, that's on my mom's side. And then on my biological father's side, I have Corrigan, and then there's me as the second, and then I have Jordan and Caleb.
How many boyfriends have your brothers beat up?
None.
How many dudes have your your brothers beat up?
Yeah. Yeah.
Greater or less than 10?
Less.
Okay.
Because usually...
High school or grown?
Like high school.
Okay.
Because usually I try to keep it away from my brothers because I know how they get, like, tell one, tell all type of situation. So
what was the last infraction in which your brothers had to run up on somebody?
Ooh. So actually I was in high school, and I'm kind of a tomboy-ish because I have all those brothers. Like, I have 0 sisters. But I think we were at the park, and I was hooping with my little brothers, and somebody, like, threw a football at my head.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And, like, he started laughing. And so, like, I was like, dang, like, what's up? But my little brother...
Was that his way of saying I like you or something?
I don't know what his intention was at all.
That's a little nutty.
Yeah, I have no idea what his intention was.
That's next to the homie that might have been a dude I saw taking a shower in Waffle House.
Yeah, I don't know what his purpose was, but my youngest brother saw that, and he went to the football field and grabbed my older brother, and then my brother under me, and I'm like, yo, I was okay. I was just like, let's just go. I just got a headache. Let's go. And then it turned into a whole debacle, unfortunately.
We'll leave it there for the authorities. I want to blow up the spot.
But let me do say that when you see like my little brothers, they all look older than me. They're all like 6 feet tall, like, you know, so I look like the youngest out of all of them, except for the baby who's 10.
Got you. Sticking to crime. I heard that you're real big on crime shows.
Yeah.
What's the fascination with that?
You know, I really don't know, but Law & Order SVU is my favorite show in the entire world. Like, it came out in...
You watch, like, all versions of them? Don't they have, like, 3-4 different
Yeah, they
spin-offs?
do, but there's just like... Well, I'm not going to lie. That new Law & Order Organized Crime, it hit different for sure. But I've watched all 23 years of Law & Order SVU.
Good. Oh, man, it's 23 years of it?
Yeah. Like,
That's
and
a lot.
there's
That's a
like
lot.
25 episodes in each season. Yeah.
That's a lot. What's your favorite cast? Ice-T.
Yeah, it's got to be Ice-T. Benson's always been there, but Stabler, he's the GOAT.
What's your favorite case that was on the show?
Ooh. That's a tough one.
I know, right?
That's got to be. You want me to think of 23 years?
You got a whole catalog of you have 20 years of things to pull from.
I know, but it's like, I'm not going to hold you. Like, sometimes I can't even remember what I ate for breakfast.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Do you think watching shows like that alter your mind or how you see things, see people? Do you see things like a cop at times, or are you playing detective? Because women, y'all naturally do that anyway.
I plead the fifth on that one, but
she checked phones.
I don't check phones. No, I can't do that. My anxiety is way too bad to do that. I'm not gonna set myself up for that. No, I'm good. But actually, no, it made me become a little more perceptive about certain situations as a female. Like, I definitely encourage some females like to watch certain shows because it's not your fault. You know what I'm saying? Those scenarios, 9 times out of 10, those situations weren't their fault. You know what I'm saying? But it helps you to know like what to look out for, not to be so trusting around certain individuals. How to be.
What behaviors in particular have you changed based on what you've learned or watching women in other scenarios that put themselves in danger?
So for sure, making sure that I always have someone with me, regardless of if it's male or female, you know, and making sure that it's not just anybody, because I did have a situation like that where I did just have like, you know, one of my homegirls, but I wasn't really perceptive of if she, you know, was going to be strong enough to, you know, make sure that we were going to be okay. So making sure that I have someone solid, let me put that, someone solid next to me at all times to make sure that I'm safe, definitely helped me change my ways about a lot of stuff. Because I am a independent female. I did do a lot of stuff by myself. I did move a lot of ways by myself, but sometimes it's not the smartest to do that.
Got you. All right. Troll questions. Oh, you see it on my face, huh?
Yeah. That smirk every time.
Bad boys. Girls love bad boys. So, what's a better draft pick between drug dealer and a scammer?
Ooh. Mommy, I'm so sorry if you're watching this, like, honestly. But I would have to say drug dealers.
Why?
Easy.
Why?
Because I don't feel a type of way about scammers. Like, cool.
But?
Get your money. But it's not your money. That's the thing. So when I like hustlers, like, it ain't even about if you're a drug dealer. I like a hustler. You know what I'm saying? Are you going to get off your behind and go get this bread? Scammers can do everything from the comfort of their own home. They want everybody to bring everything to them. Come to me. Bring me your card, bring me your information, bring me this, bring me that. Like, if you're a drug dealer, you got to get up. That stuff's not just going to come to you like that. You got to get up. You got to make your plays. You got to make your money. Like, I can't get down with that. Plus, they making their own money. You scamming, you taking from somebody else. And I don't respect a thief.
Well, to play devil's advocate to that, a drug dealer, they're decimating families. Are we going to talk about Waffle House now? All right, tell me about your love for Bugs Bunny. Did you watch the new Space Jam?
No, I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, you plan on watching it?
I hope so, but I be
Get
on the
it.
move a lot. Like I no sleep, everything on go all the time. So
Oh, that's why you need the triple shot.
yeah, I'm not lying. I had a 4-hour photo shoot yesterday.
Why it take so long?
You know what I mean? Different outfits, looks, lighting, all type of.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good problems though. Good problems.
I guess.
Good problems. So, going back to your artistry, I noticed that you said you wanted to give a different aesthetic than what most people see from Atlanta. Is it in particular Atlanta artists or just women in prominence right now?
I would just say female artists in general.
Do you have a problem with how they're presented?
Absolutely not. I bump everybody's stuff. Like, I love the City Girls. I love Mulatto. I love Megan Thee Stallion. I have no issue with how they portray their music at all. It's just not my fuego. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, everybody has their own lane, and it's up to you to find what your lane is. I'm not gonna be rapping about some stuff that, like I said, I don't really know about. And I just hate that it's all that. Like, you looking for female artists, like, for example, I have a pre-show playlist that I try to listen to. And I don't really have a lot of female artists on it because I don't want to hear about sex and all that before, I get ready. Like, and that's just really the lane that our generation is, huh?
What's in that playlist, that pre-show playlist?
Jay Out of Prince, for sure. Lakia, Leighton Green. Gotta Have My Beatbox by Spot 'em Got 'em. Pop Smoke.
Okay.
A Boogie with the Hoodie, like people that's rapping about some stuff.
Okay. What is the lane? I'm sorry, not the lane. Your brand, your brand. What does it represent to you, and how do you want other people to see it?
Ooh. So honestly, I am definitely focusing on branding myself in a different lane. So, for example, I've been booked for somewhere like for the past 2-3 months in Atlanta, and I always have to find outfits for shows to get ready. It's so hard to find something that fits necessarily my brand, and I say that because everything's so revealing. Everything is, extra fitted. Hoochie mama clothes. I'm sorry to say it. And it's nothing wrong with that. I don't have a problem. Like, there's some girls that look great in that. It's just not what I try to brand myself on. So Aaliyah was really flea back in the 90s. Like, but she could wear her crop top and her baggy pants and it could still look great. Like,
yeah,
she could wear fitted stuff that accentuated her body without it looking like that she was a hoe, basically.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I try to focus on. Like, I'm like, I have a shape about myself, but I don't try to put it out there because that's not, you do that and they're not focusing on your lyrics. They're not focusing on your music. They're focusing on your image. I was offered 2 deals from 2 different labels in New York and one in Florida, and I turned it down because they wanted me to get my body done. And that's just not me.
Well, that was the next thing I was going to ask. And what was the sales pitch on, like, getting the work done? What would they say to you?
Well, so they love my music, honestly. They love what I'm about. They love everything. We love everything about you. And I just kept hearing a but behind it. Like, we love your look. We love your style. We love everything about you. But if you just get your body done. And I'm like, what? Like, Mulatto, she was that. But now she got her body done and she's even bigger. So it's just like, I was like, yeah, I'm not really comfortable with getting my body done because that's just not what I want to do. Like, there's nothing wrong with getting your body done. Like, if that's what makes you feel comfortable and confident, by all means, girl, like, stretch your shit, like, go do it. But that's not me. And
was it any particular body part, or was it the whole thing?
The whole thing. Like, I don't care if they say.
What about dimensions? Did they say it has to be like basically a sex doll, the template? Because it's like everybody's getting their body done. It's like they're working off the same template. Yeah,
basically, like, you wanted me to look like Mulatto, like, and that's just not me. Mm-hmm. It just isn't. Like, regardless of if a label was like, oh, we want you to get your lips done, we want you to get your breasts done, we want you to get your behind done, like, regardless of what it was, I'm turning it down off rip. I don't care how much money is on the table because that takes away from my message. Because how am I going to rap about the pain that's real that I'm going through, but I'm not real?
I like that. Now, so when they put that out there on the table, was it an absolute thing that they had to put, like, to make the deal go through?
Yeah, it was a make or break thing.
And why was that a non-negotiable? Did you question it, or you just get up and really? Did you?
It's all about image.
So you got up and walked out. Did you argue the point, or what was it?
So mostly, because of COVID, everything is like
Zoom
over Zoom and everything. So
you can slap the computer.
Nah, like, and I definitely told them, like, I really appreciate the offer, like, I really appreciate the opportunity, and it's what I want to do with my music. Like, I would have been where I wanted to be at this point, very, very early in the game. And
as you mind saying their names?
Absolutely not. I'm not giving anybody any clout.
It's not clout. No, I wouldn't look at it as clout. I would look at it as a situation where these people need to be called out, because the thing about, if you notice anything about the Me Too movement, is it's a lot of it. It started from years of people using their power to influence others to do things that they didn't want to do, and it's like, I don't think people were necessarily receptive to it because they're older now. Like, it's way back when. But now, if you call it out as soon as it happens, the problem that it may occur is, I understand why you wouldn't want to do it. Yeah. But I think it's important for other people to see it. And then also, you can obviously be successful without looking like a sex doll and having all the body work done.
Absolutely.
And I think, and more so, for other women, I think it's important for other women to apply pressure to those people to say, you can't do this without that.
Absolutely, and I definitely agree with your stance on it. I just personally feel like that I'm one out of the few that feels like that they don't want to get their body done. Like, that's like a wave. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're in an Instagram body making wave, BBL wave. Like, that's the wave. Like, I really don't want to stumble any other female artist that's comfortable with doing that, and they reach out to her because, you know, I was in that situation.
So with that being said, if, let's say, 10 artists are getting in line to get deals, and you're the one or the two of the 10 that say, I'm not getting any work done, I'm just gonna stand on my brand, on my music the way it is, on realism. The other 8, maybe, let's say 3 to 5 of those, they don't want to get the work done, but they say, hey, no deal, no work. Okay, I get the ass shots, I get the lips and everything else done, I get the sex doll kit. When you don't think you guys standing in solidarity or taking a stance of opposite of that would influence them to say, hey, I don't need to do that to be on?
Yes and no, because honestly, I feel like that if any money can persuade you to get your body done, then there's nothing in my voice that can stop you from that. If that's what you feel comfortable with doing, like if someone else can make you do that, then there's nothing in this world that I can try. Like, I can definitely try to create a platform and do that, but it definitely comes down to most females being insecure, like dealing with lots of confidence issues, and that's just what they want to do. Like, if that's their fuego, I'm not knocking it. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be so hard for me. Not saying that I'm not willing to try, because I'm definitely gonna try, but if somebody can wave a dollar sign in front of you and you like, oh, I got to get everybody else's approval to tell me not to do this, then there's nothing much I can say.
Gotcha. So you said you just started doing music and you already been offered deals. Is that something that has inflated your ego, or has that made you? How did that make you adjust yourself mentally?
I mean, of course, it was very surprising. Like, I was excited about it. Of course, I popped my Pinot Grigio. I celebrated, you know. But at the end of the day, if it's gonna, I started to do music to be therapeutic. You know what I'm saying? So if it's gonna detract from my therapy, then I'm not willing to risk anything for it. So it made me a little like, okay, like it motivated me to keep going, like to keep doing it. But you know, I try to remain humble, because as fast as you can get it is the quickest it can get taken away.
Did they, In addition to the body work being done, did they want to change what you spoke about, creative control? Did they mention any of that?
No, so that's something that I tried to advocate for off rip was creative control, and they were okay with that. Both labels were very okay with that, but the body work was a make or break.
Yeah, you can say what
point.
you want to say. We just you gotta look the way we want you to look.
Yeah, like exactly like that. Like we don't care what you want to do. Like talk about whatever, but we want to build your.
Did they throw names out when they said you gotta look a certain way?
Yeah. So mulatto.
And it was all men saying it.
Yes. That. Yeah. So it's like I don't need a man's validation. So I mean, but most women do. So that's why they get work done.
I mean, I think we can argue that at a different point. I think because like even when I was trolling earlier, when I was saying like women, talk about other women as soon as you guys get mad at each other and stuff like that, you start pointing out all the different flaws and what you could have did better and stuff like that. I think women put themselves together to compete with other women, but also validation from other women as well as competing for men.
Absolutely.
So I think it's a mixed bag of both.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree with that. But sometimes it comes down to, okay, let me look better than her so that he can want me more than he wants her. You know what I'm saying? Like some women just get fly for themselves. Like there's no problem with that. But sometimes the bottom line is a man.
Yeah, I mean, being out in Atlanta, you know that very well. The ratio. You think the other places that you've been, that you think women compete as hard as other women do in Atlanta?
Absolutely. I just moved back from Miami.
Okay. Oh, okay. So you went to. Okay.
Yeah, so
that's kind of weird that it's very dope that you have this very humble persona about you, but because you talking about two of the most superficial cities in America.
Yes, no, definitely,
so
for sure.
So where does that come from?
I wasn't raised like that.
Yeah.
My mom didn't play that. My dad didn't play that. Like I wasn't raised like that because, like I said, I took care of my dad growing up. So I spent most of my childhood. I didn't have really like a partying stage in high school in my teenage years. Like I was a cheerleader, but outside of that, I was really taking care of my dad. I was at doctor's appointments. We was in the hospital a lot. I was taking care of my little brothers. Like, so I really cultivated this family type of attitude, and I was raised on like family values growing up, like that. So I didn't really, once I like moved out of my parents' house, like I didn't really be like, all right, well, I just want to be like every Instagram model. Like, no, that's still instilled in me. Like, that's how I still want to live my life.
Given that you kind of were raised in a situation where you had to be more of a caretaker and not necessarily a mother figure, but that has activated your maternal instincts, I would guess. How do you think about children affecting your career going forward?
So I definitely want at least one child. Mm-hmm. But
you're gonna you plan on having a secret baby and then coming back with baby pictures? Or
yeah, like I
definitely be on stage twerking like Cardi.
Yeah, definitely not. Nah.
Without the twerking,
but nah. It all depends on how my life goes. So I'm also in nursing school. Mm-hmm. So nursing's first. My music career is definitely second. So once I get established in my nursing and in my music, then get married. It's marriage first and then a child.
I like that you said that.
Yeah, like
I don't want to just gloss over that because that's my stance as well. I don't have any children. I always said I want to get married then have my kids too. And that isn't something that people think of today because everybody has children, and then marriage is an afterthought, and everybody has their different connotation when it comes to marriage and stuff like that. So it's very dope that you said that. Yeah.
So I wouldn't necessarily say that my music career is going to determine if I have a child or not. It's going to be, after I'm comfortable enough with my husband, and then if I'm still doing music, then by all means, cool. But at that point, when it gets here, it gets here.
Gotcha. So, do you have a specific label or a team of people that you would like to work with based on what their track record is?
I'm not gonna lie. I would love to work with QC. Like,
yeah,
absolutely. Like, that would probably be one of my like dream labels to sign with, because like I'm really involved like with their two top female artists. Like, so Lakia and Leighton Green are both signed to QC, and I vibe like their music. Like, they're really talking about, there's both of the female artists that are really talking about something in their music. It ain't always about partying and popping bottles and, you know, having sex. Like, it's a message behind it. So definitely.
The two labels that reached out to you, trying to sign you, what was the catalyst of getting them to come to the table? Or did they say what they saw you from or heard?
So it's actually really funny that you said that, because I actually got booked at my first show with no unreleased music at all. I actually met them without any unreleased music. Everything was off of Instagram. So snippets that I posted of me recording songs, because I have about 10 songs recorded. So me recording songs, posting them on Instagram, and then certain people that I've networked with will, you know, push me out to them, and they'll be like, hey, we heard a snippet of this song on Love Scars. And it kind of pushed me a little more to be like, all right, let me get on to releasing my music and let me get to doing that. But it's so hard as an independent artist when you don't have a team to try to do all this by yourself. Like, it's
I know.
It's so hard. But I'm getting in the groove of things, of being able to do it. And I have David as my manager that's like helping me, you know, keep going a little more. So, and my agent, he's a little busy on the flip end, but you know, we'll get to going with some more things. So it's very hard, but United Masters is releasing my first single Friday. So that'll hopefully open up some doors and get everything going.
Have you talked to anyone from QC? Have you been in any showcases, rep shows with people?
No, I haven't, because I'm just starting to get back in Atlanta and into the transition. I actually haven't like moved back yet. I just been here because I keep getting booked every single week for somewhere, you know, so I have to still go back to Miami and, you know, get everything together. But I feel like I'm creating my plan and getting everything in my roadmap situated, so when the time comes, I'll be able, so I'm a really like an all or nothing type of person, and I'd really try to do 110% at everything that I do. I don't really want to have behind something and bring it to somebody, you know, especially my dream label.
Yeah.
You know, I want to get everything tight, wrapped in a box so that they can know what they're working with. Like, you give somebody a half-made project and they don't know what they're sculpting, you know what I'm saying? Just make it easy on them.
From a music standpoint, and I guess even performances, have you, what is the most memorable moment that you've had so far?
Ooh. I'm trying to think. Performing?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I opened for Pastor Troy, and as a new artist, like, it's kind of like, okay, like, you know, he's an older artist, but as a new artist with no released music, you know, and just getting my face out there off of networking, you know, that was pretty good. And I've also, you know, had a couple shows in 2 Chainz restaurants, like all of his restaurants, actually. All of the Escobars I've performed in. So those networking opportunities have been pretty good.
What's the first thing that people say to you when they get off stage? Because what I've realized with people, specifically when they don't know your music, when you perform live, they don't necessarily catch everything that you're saying. So there's really more of a vibe that you project from the performance. So what's the first type of interaction that you have with people once you get done rocking the show?
So honestly, last Thursday, I performed at Escobar South, and I had a girl pull me aside as soon as I got off the stage and said, "Can I talk to you?" So I'm like, "Yeah, sure, not a problem." And she was just like, I really appreciate your song, What's the Reason? Like, female artists need to really keep R&B alive. Like, we really need to try to keep R&B alive. So to see you, you know, come out with that and then switch it, because I have another song that's really, really upbeat, really hype, really fast paced. And for me to have like switch it, it usually has the crowd like, hold on, like what kind of music does this girl make? Because I haven't performed Love Scars yet. Like, I'm releasing it, but I haven't performed it yet, because I try to perform based off the crowd and based off the audience. You know what I'm saying? So I will usually perform What's the Reason, and the other song is called Shade, and it's featuring South Florida artist Gank. And usually back to back I perform them, and everybody will be like,
"You sound like he on parole."
He's definitely not. He's definitely not. He's doing big things out here with Kodak and with Tory Lanez. He's got a lot of stuff going on. That's my family. That's like my brother. Like, he's signed to Camp 36. Like, that's the whole family down there. But for sure. But I usually like to have that surprise element about people, because when people see me, they probably like, oh yeah, she's gonna just be rapping about whatever. But then when I start with What's the Reason and then I flip it, it's like, okay, she's pretty versatile. And I'm that type of person, so I usually like to let people see both sides.
Got you. So before I wrap, is there anything that you want to talk about? Is anything in your mind? Anything that's like in the culture right now that you just want to speak on?
I don't think so. Let me think.
Women ain't got nothing to say? Don't make me start trolling again.
Huh? And see, that's why we have something to say, because when we be quiet, it's like, dang, you don't have anything to say? All right, well, let me tell you, let me speak my mind. And it's like, oh, she's got something to say now when you provoke me. No, I'm just kidding. No, actually, I do want to talk about how, as an artist, I was just telling DJ this, like, it's so tiring. Like, you have to keep up this persona and this whole image, and you got to be in the club and drink and do all that. I'd be like, so tired. I'm so over Casamigos, and like, I'm talking about, but I feel like I'm gonna try to flip that aspect. Like, I'm trying to get into some different environments to perform in, honestly, but you got to start small to get where you want to be. So I'm grateful for every single place.
Different environments. What type of environments are you speaking about?
I want to get into festivals, honestly. Okay. Like, out of the club scene, you know, like everywhere I perform is pretty much the nightlife. So maybe some day parties, maybe some parks, maybe some different lounges, you know, just stuff like that. Just a different element, a different aspect. Because when you in that environment, you got to succumb to the pressure. It's hard. Like, it's hard. It's hard being so sober in the club and everybody around you is yelling and drunk.
I'm good for that, but I know I'm very different, though. I'm very highly eccentric, but that also, it can, unless you have different aspects of your personality or different ways of communicating with people. With me, my built-in excuse is, I'm the designated driver, and then that'll kill everybody else. You know, asking why you're not drinking, and
that's
like,
fine. But
sober.
when you're the artist,
exactly.
Yeah. No, like that.
I'm gonna give you a little built-in line right now. Oh, I went too hard yesterday. I'm just trying to recuperate.
Yeah, they love that, because that fuels them for more. Like yesterday, I think it was yesterday. What day are we on? Well, today's Tuesday.
What is? Don't ask me. I never know what day it is. I just
I'm
know
cracking
what
up.
time people are coming.
Yeah, no, Tuesday. Yeah, I told my Saturday I was out. My god sister called. She's like, yeah, come on, we going out. I'm like, no, I went too hard last night. I can't. She's like, great, get ready, and we'll be. I'm like, nah. I'm like, yo, what did you?
Boundaries. No
I'm
boundaries,
like, yo, did you not just hear me say that I can't? And then I was like, and I can't go hard because I got a photo shoot in the morning. She's like, it's all right, you're fine. You could just stay at my house. And I'm like, yo, come on now.
Just put your face in a bag of ice.
Yeah, like it's no for that. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not in the club unless I'm performing.
Okay.
Like that. Like, I really, or networking. I won't say unless I'm performing, but really performing or networking, like, I can't really just be in there for no reason. Like, I gotta have a purpose, like, for sure.
Got you. So you really don't like partying. It's more work for you.
Yeah, because I was a bottle girl. So I lived that life already, you know, for 6 months, and then I was done.
Oh, 6 months burnt you out?
Yeah, I was done.
What was the breaking point?
Drinking. Like, oh my goodness. Like, I just drinking and drama. Like, I'm the type of person, like, and not even to sound cocky or anything like that, but all my friends are like, you the life of the party, you the vibe, you come into the
What's your
room.
sign?
I'm a Pisces.
Oh.
Ooh, all right.
I'm a Pisces too.
Oh.
I know. Empath. It's either we're introverted or we like gotta control the room.
Yeah.
Because how our energy is.
Yeah, so like I'm life of the party, so being the life of the party got so tiring, and I was going through other situations and not having people there to go through that with you. Like when I got to go through stuff with my dad was hard, but they want you to come and be the life of the party for them. And it's hard to have to flip that on and flip it off sometimes.
Yeah, it's emotional management.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I noticed that I have to do. You have to like reset your energy.
Yeah, and it's hard to do that sometimes. Sometimes I don't want to deal with that. And on top of that, the drama that come with it. Like, you know,
Absolutely.
Pretty females, getting to it with pretty females, the environment with just females, like I'm good on that. Let's do something positive energy on it.
Are you one of those girls that, well, based on the amount of brothers that you have, do you just naturally get along with dudes more so than women?
Yes, but I'm not the type of woman that can't get along with females. Like,
okay,
if you can't get along with me, yikes. Not even on anything cocky, but honestly, like
you're basically saying you're using.
I have one of those personalities. I mesh with everyone. Like I grew up in a predominantly white school, predominantly white county. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, I'm black, so you know I was able to flip it on and be the life of the party and be the token black girl, be all this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I had different avenues. Like on the back of my senior shirt, they put 50 Shades of Jade because I was just everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like I had. Not even
Y'all got going on in y'all workhouse.
I knew he was gonna go there with it, but nah.
50 Shades, I'm like,
nah.
your hair
But
color
just
a lot?
because I had,
see, you thought I was going somewhere else with it.
Nah, but I did come with a different hairstyle like all the time. So, but I definitely was very versatile. I have.
You lived the DMX challenge?
Yeah, no, like, honestly and truthfully, but I definitely had my finger in a lot of stuff. So.
Got you. Have you heard the Dej Loaf comparison as far as you're looking at Etiquette?
No, actually, I haven't.
I mean, it's just natural. I mean, from the way you present yourself, and then also the content.
Oh,
from
no.
what I've heard so far. So, even with that being said, well, you probably even never thought of it, huh?
No, I haven't, because people ask me all the time, like, who does your music remind you of? And I'm like, yo, I have no idea at all. Like,
well, just from the two songs I heard, I already told you, I felt like Rod Wave and If He Was a Girl.
Yeah.
But just like how you put yourself together, and then like you also maintain your feminine qualities, but also you don't you don't have the over the top look that everyone has as the sex doll.
Yes.
It's dope. It's dope.
Thank
dope. It's
you.
original, and also it makes people want to listen to you more.
Thank you. And I try to pride myself on originality. Like, it's too many of.
How long does it take you to put an outfit together?
To put it together?
Yeah.
Honestly, I have like a whole JMilan Pinterest board that I usually just pull from.
Okay.
So I would say if I'm going into it depends, like, do I have the items or if I gotta go shop? If I'm going shopping for it, I really can't find anything. It takes me longer because everything is so see-through and tight, and I'll be like, yo, I don't even want to rock that tonight. Like, that's not even the type of vibe that I'm on. Mm-hmm. But if I'm pulling from my own closet, probably like an hour, if that.
All right. So when your mood changes, you change the outfit?
Nah, I'm always I'm always sporty, like, kind of. This is just me, like, tomboyish but cute. I mean, sometimes I'll throw my heels on and I'll throw my red bottoms on and I can get fluid with it, but it's only sometimes.
Got you.
I gotta feel comfortable, and it depends on the vibe and on the mood.
So how long did you stay in Miami?
So I moved there in February, and so probably like 6 months. Yeah.
Okay. So
yeah,
you still Atlanta everything with your sports teams and all that stuff?
Yeah, I'm not a Falcons fan. I'm not not a Falcons fan.
Yo, why she saying like she just got out of a toxic relationship? I just made it through there.
No, I'm not gonna hold you. So I worked for them. So and I still kind of work for them a little bit. I do security for them.
Anymore?
No, I'm not for real. Like I'm just look, you see me over here peeping the loud, trying to make sure none of the players are here though. But like they like no, I'm not gonna diss them. They real cool. They just know that, you know.
Yeah.
It's a challenge and it's okay. But they cool. Team? So it used to be the Giants. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Yes.
How did that become a thing?
So my stepdad, he's from New Jersey, so I got a lot of family up top. You know what I'm saying? Like, so dealt with that a lot. But the OBJ Saquon Barkley combo was something different. And then when he moved to the Browns, I was crushed. I really kind of stopped watching after that because the Browns.
Oh, you rage quit?
Nah.
The Browns might be good this year. It's so dope that you actually know sports. When women know sports, bro, it's something different, man. It's different. I remember I'm not going to hold you because, like, for real, I had a girl that I was dating, and she had dated guys, like, previously that never watched sports. And she's like, you really going to sit here and watch this game? Yes.
Now.
And I'm not going to explain why I'm doing this every week.
Now, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to say that I'm oh, yeah, I'll sit there every week. We're not gonna watch the game.
I don't need you to stay there.
Yeah, no, I know, but I want my time. But I will cook like before the football game and stuff like that. Like we can vibe out. Like it's got to be a whole experience type of thing. You know, because when you are used to working by the locker rooms and standing on the field, sitting at home and watching the game really isn't all that fun.
I say that with baseball, but football, I don't know. It presents better on TV for me because you're so far from the field. Even if you're close. Like, you might be close to this side if the action is on your side. If it's on the other side of the field, it's totally different.
Yeah, I guess. But I'm more of a basketball girl anyway.
Oh, basketball, yes, that's totally different. Closer
I love seeing courtside. Like, gotta do that for sure.
Hawks?
I'm not really a Hawks fan, but they were great this year. Like, I put on for the city for sure.
What's your squad?
I was a Golden State Warriors fan. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, before Steph or after Steph?
After Steph. But I was, so, I was, him, Clay, what's the other, Draymond Green, like I was vibing with that combo too. Like, you can't knock a good combo now. If it ain't broke, don't try to fix it. Every time you break it up, then it you know what I'm saying? That's why I kind of start. Yeah, but that's why I kind of started watching sports like that, and more too, I don't be at home like that no more.
Yeah. All right. Last question.
Ooh.
And this has to be a thing for women for some reason. I'm taking a poll.
Oh.
Sorry, D. Gotta say it. Why do women grab man butts?
Because if it it's there, because why am I not supposed to grab it? Like y'all grab our butts.
I got anxiety with you just doing a claw hand right there. You see what I'm saying? I just feel clampy.
But it's like it's there for a reason. Why am I not grabbing it? Y'all grab our butts.
Listen,
it's squishy, and I want to play with my squishy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just. Something.
Hey, pass me the hand sanitizer. I feel nasty right now. Oh man.
Nah, but I really, I used to do that, but you can't be rolling up on dudes like that no more because it took somebody telling me like, yo, hey, I'm not with that. You cannot do that, okay? Like, and I'm like, yo, all right, you good on that. So. I mean, it just feels. It's just like it just is a safe space. That's how we know you're comfortable with us. If you let us do that, because we're not gonna go around telling everybody you let us squeeze that you on the butt. You know what I'm saying? But if you let us do that, we know you comfortable. You know, I'm your ROD. Let me do it. What's up? What you want from me?
No.
Come on.
No.
Man.
All right. One more question. Drums or flats?
All flats. Extra wet, lemon pepper. With the ranch, peach drink, light ice.
peace drink. Why did she say it like I was the waiter? I feel like I gotta go get up and cook something right now.
I'm talking about,
Said that quick, like we was on game show. Like I feel like we was on Family Feud. Good answer. Good answer.
I'm cracking up unless it's a place that got crushed ice, which is my favorite snack. So
crushed ice. Mm-hmm. But you love Sonic, huh?
Love it. Nah, but the cookout on Northside Drive, bang, they ice hit every single time.
Would they freeze their water a certain way?
I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it tastes like Jesus touched it with the hem of his garment because it bang every time.
Yo, live from the living room. I'm JayRich. This is JMilan. Stop grabbing man butts.
I'm cracking up.
That was good.